Oh, the nerd fighters!
So the theme of this week is first favorite things. When I was given this prompt, my first thought was bears. I loved bears. Teddy bears, actually. By the time I was 8, I had amassed such a large teddy bear collection that you could line up every bear, paw to paw, all the way around the bedroom, which is something I did a lot as a kid. I liked to march down the row of bears and pick out who was going to be my playmate for the day. I tried to choose fairly because I didn't want to make the other bears jealous. My love of bears was actually the reason that my first favorite snack was koala yummies, a bite-sized cookie snack with a sweet filling. I later learned that koalas were not in fact bears, which was a huge disappointment. While bears were my favorite animals as a kid, my first favorite toy was actually this little purple dinosaur that I brought everywhere. Not that dinosaur. It was more of a cross between this and this. Anyway, his name was Pee-Pee because I was 4 and thought that was the most fitting name for him at the time. He had a brother named Percy, and I would play with these dinosaurs all the time. I would create these really complex storylines for them that would involve going on road trips and traveling the world. I like to imagine that their life was like a TV show, and I was running the show. Speaking of TV, my first favorite TV show was Kid Songs, a show about kids working at a television station to produce a show about children's songs. I loved this show so much that I pretended to be sick one morning so I could stay home and watch it. My mom wasn't fooled though, so she made me go to school, but she did promise to tape it for me. So that was my first favorite TV show. As for my first favorite movie, I would have to go with Fern Gully. I don't remember much about the movie, but I do remember going to Blockbuster every weekend with my mom to rent it because I loved it that much. I never had one favorite book when I was really young, but I did have this large collection of hardcover picture books on Disney films. For me, it was the best way to learn how to read. I was already familiar with these stories, and so I was more invested in learning how to read these more complex words. Anyway, those are some of my first favorite things. But I want to know, what are yours? I'd like to learn more about you. So if you'd like, you can talk to me in comments or in any of these places. Big thank you to NFI for having me on here this week. Cameron, I'll see you tomorrow.